Before we tear up Red Magic 5S, I want to thank you for your massive support. Without your support, it is very difficult to grow and maintain this channel. Once again, thank you so much for your support and love. Red Magic 5S comes with 6.65-inch display with frozen silver glory all around it. It is powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor and 8GB LPDDR5 RAM. We now have the Red Magic 5S and here is its teardown. Shut down and let's remove the card tray. It has dual nano SIM support at top and bottom. Has a rubber sealing for dust and water resistance. Secondly, let's remove the back cover. In order to remove the back cover, we need to heat it up at 90 degrees on heating pad and then use the teardown card to remove the adhesives. Note that there is a cable connection inside, so open from the right to left. Logo light is connected through ZIF interface. The back cover can be separated after disconnecting the cable. There are multiple buffer foams on the inside of the back cover. There is also a large piece of the heat dissipation copper foil in the middle. Beneath it is a setup for the rear LED light. Now, in order to disassemble the motherboard, we need to unbolt these two types of 12 screws that secures the motherboard. Lift up the cover. The back of it has buffer foams for camera protection. We have the flash here up top, connected to the motherboard through contact seals. Tear off the logo light cable. It is connected to the motherboard via BTB. Disconnect the two cables of the batteries. Now let's tear off the dissipation film which covers the battery and the speaker. Disconnect the display BTB connector, Type-C cable, the dock, wide-angle camera, man camera, and DOF lens. We have triple camera setup here. You see heat dissipation copper underneath them. The specification of all these three cameras are consistent to the previous generation Red Magic 5G. Disconnect headphone port cable and then tear off the front camera. Here is its close look. Disconnect all the antennas and unbolt this one screw. Now we can lift up the motherboard. Both sides of the motherboard is covered with copper foil and silicone gel. You see there are no protective covers around the BTB connectors on both sides of the motherboard. This time the motherboard is equipped with an overclocked version of Snapdragon 865. Still has LPDDR5 RAM, but ROM has been upgraded from UFS 3.0 to UFS 3.1. The same liquid cooling copper tube and soaking plate can still be seen under the SoC. Now we'll remove the remaining components. The 3.5mm port is still retained. The size of the earpiece is the same as the previous generation. Underneath earpiece there is dust and waterproof rubber. The ambient light and proximity sensors are now fixed between the middle frame and the display sensors are connected to the motherboard from here. The game key is fixed with a strong metal cover and two screws. Unbolt them. It also has dust and water resistance rubber on the inside. Now let's tear off the small 15,000 RPM fan. First lift up the top cover and easily remove the fan section. This small yellow motor produces 15,000 revolutions in a minute. It has a 1 gram of liquid bearing material. It also helps in reducing the noise this fan produces. This mechanism of air cooling is the same as the previously available Magic 5. Let's summarize Red Magic 5S cooling here. Large heat dissipation copper foil on the back cover, fully covered thermal graphite at the top of battery, air cooling system, conventional copper foil along with silicone gel on the motherboard, and liquid cooling copper pipe. This configuration is considered luxurious. Let's take a look at the actual temperature performance. On 120Hz and HDR mode, using it for 30 minutes, the highest temperature on the front is 42.1 degrees. It is 40 degrees on the back. Comparing it with its rivals, its thermal performance is quite good. It seems air cooling is not a marketing gimmick. Now let's tear down the speaker portion. One side with two types of 5 screws. Unbolt them. This cover has buffer foam that secures the motor. This side has 3 screws. Unscrew them. Disconnect the main FPC cable and unscrew this hidden screw. This subboard has Type-C port and has rubber sealing. You know its purpose. Here is the speaker. Look at the size. And here is the Z-axis motor, same size as Red Magic 5G. Dust and water resistant rubber at pressure sensitive place. It's connected through this cable using 3 contact seals. Now let's remove the battery. It barely has any adhesives. You can use any flat blade to lift it up. It's 4500 mAh. Here is the dock strip. Closely compared to the Red Magic 5G, in addition to the upgraded UFS 3.1 flash memory, you can see there are also slight changes to the heat dissipation foils, but the overall structure is mainly unchanged. This is it for today. Let's assemble the Red Magic 5S now.